Join the Turbo Tribe and subscribe. Why some people with millions still feel insecure about money. Why others with far less seem completely at peace. Could it be that the real wealth we crave has less to do with numbers in a bank account and more to do with how we think about money? Morgan Housel explains that wealth is not just what you see. It's what you don't. The cars, the houses, the vacations, that's spending. True wealth is invisible. It's the money not spent, the freedom stored away for future choices. The problem is, our brains are wired to chase status and comparison. That's why even the wealthy can feel poor, because there's always someone richer. So how do we fix this? Here are practical steps you can use today. 1. Redefine wealth. Stop measuring success by visible luxuries. Instead, measure it by freedom. The ability to wake up and decide how you want to spend your time. 2. Build an emergency buffer. Start by saving 3 to 6 months of expenses. This simple step reduces anxiety and gives you control when life throws curveballs. 3. Practice stealth wealth. Save and invest quietly. You don't need to prove your status to others. Your financial security will speak louder than any purchase. 4. Shift focus from more to enough. Write down what enough means to you, then commit to it. Otherwise, the chase never ends. The key takeaway? Wealth is a mindset as much as it is money. When you control your definition of enough, you control your financial destiny. If you doubled your income tomorrow, would you finally feel secure? Or would lifestyle creep swallow it up, leaving you no better off? Could it be that the real secret to financial freedom isn't how much you earn, but how much you keep? Morgan Housel makes a striking point. Wealth is built by savings, not by income. Plenty of high earners live paycheck to paycheck, while many average earners quietly build fortunes. Why? Because saving is the gap between your ego and your income. The bigger that gap, the greater your financial flexibility. The danger is that most of us tie money to identity. When income rises, so do cars, houses, and vacations. We mistake spending for success. But as Housel reminds us, wealth is what you don't see. The unseen savings are what buy you freedom, options, and security. So how do you put this into action? 1. Automate your savings. Before you touch your paycheck, funnel a fixed percentage into savings or investments. Out of sight, out of temptation. 2. Live one level below. If you get a raise, resist the urge to upgrade your lifestyle immediately. Bank the difference. 3. Separate needs from ego. Ask yourself before every purchase. Am I buying this because I need it, or because I want others to notice it? 4. Measure success in options, not objects. Every saved dollar buys you time, security, and choices in the future. The real power of money isn't flashy. It's quiet. Financial freedom is built not by earning more, but by needing less. Why do so many people chase overnight success? Why do we admire lottery winners, viral traders, or crypto millionaires, yet ignore the quiet millionaires who took decades to build their fortune? Could it be that the most powerful force in wealth creation is something we constantly overlook, time? Morgan Housel emphasizes that compounding is the 8th wonder of the world, but only if you give it time. Wealth doesn't grow in straight lines. It grows exponentially. The problem is, our brains are wired for short-term rewards, so we underestimate the power of patience. Think about Warren Buffett. More than 90% of his net worth came after his 60th birthday. Not because he suddenly became a genius investor in his later years, but because he stayed invested for longer than almost anyone else. Time did the heavy lifting. So how do you make time your ally? 1. Start early. Even small contributions made in your 20s can outgrow larger ones made later, thanks to compounding. 2. Stay consistent. Don't stop investing during market dips. Those dips are fuel for long-term growth. 3. Think decades, not days. Judge your portfolio by where it'll be in 10 or 20 years, not by this month's returns. 4. Protect your patience. Avoid distractions like get-rich-quick schemes. Ask, will this decision still matter in 20 years? The truth is simple but hard to live by. Time in the market beats timing the market. Wealth is less about brilliance and more about endurance. If you had $1 million, would it be enough? What about 10 million? 100? Or would the goalpost keep moving every time you reached it? Why do so many people risk everything? Careers, reputations, even freedom, because they didn't know when to stop. Morgan Housel warns us, knowing when you have enough is one of the most powerful yet rare financial skills. Without it, no amount of wealth will ever feel secure. The problem is comparison. There's always someone richer, flashier, or luckier. Chasing their level means your definition of success never stabilizes. History is filled with examples of wealthy people who lost everything because they wanted just a little more. The lesson? The most dangerous financial game is not knowing when you've already won. So how can you practice enough in your own life? 1. Define your finish line. Write down what financial security means for you, whether that's debt-free living, a set savings goal, or the ability to retire comfortably. 2. Guard against envy. When tempted to compare, remember, someone will always have more. True wealth is independence, not comparison. 3. Anchor purchases to values. Spend on what genuinely matters to you, not on what society says should matter. 4. Say no to unnecessary risk. If you've met your goals, avoid high-risk bets that could undo decades of progress. The real secret isn't more money. It's knowing what money is for. Enough is freedom. More without purpose is a trap. If you never flaunted your money, would anyone know you were wealthy? If you stopped working tomorrow, how long could you live comfortably? And if money can't buy happiness, what exactly should it buy? Morgan Housel ends with a profound idea. True wealth isn't about luxury. It's about freedom. It's the ability to wake up and choose how you spend your time without being chained to a paycheck, a boss, or constant financial worry. The mistake most people make is confusing rich with wealthy. Being rich means having visible money, cars, houses, clothes. Being wealthy means having invisible money, savings, investments, and independence. The first is for show. The second is for life. So how do you build true wealth? 1. Prioritize freedom over status. Ask yourself, will this purchase increase my independence or my dependence? 2. Save for flexibility. The more you save, the more choices you create. Career changes, time with family, or pursuing passions. 3. Invest with patience. Wealth builds quietly over decades. Don't interrupt compounding by chasing quick wins. 4. Redefine success. Judge your financial life not by what others see, but by the peace of mind you feel. In the end, money is not the goal, it's a tool. The ultimate dividend of wealth is control over your own time. That, Housel reminds us, is the highest return money can ever deliver. If this changed the way you think about money, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless lessons on wealth and investing. Your journey to financial freedom starts right here.